Tick tock, tick tock, tick tick tock tock, tick tick tock tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tick tock tock, tick tick tock tock. This month, my beautiful Gemini, it's going to bring a really interesting surprise indeed. The actual day you're waiting for, the actual date you're waiting for, most certainly it's going to be very much so. Tick tock, tick tick tock tock, tick tock, tick tick tock tock, because on the 25th of November 2019 something really beautiful is going to take place. Something very significant and very important is going to take place when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Geminis. Indeed, I like it so much because this is all to do with a new perspective brought to you by the most sacred, by the most important, by the most beautiful, and by the most important force in your life, which was accumulated with all the energy that you have been focusing on and that you have been using, and most certainly it's a lot to do with the subconscious mind. It's a lot to do what you wanted to achieve, but it wasn't too obvious. This particular day is going to reveal a really important perspective indeed. It is to do with a very significant vision. It is to do with a certain passion. It is to do with a completely new promise that you are going to have. And on another hand, this is just going to have such a strong and wonderful impact on your life that at the same time it is going to become your own wake-up call. When I say that this is going to become your own wake-up call, it means that this is going to be suddenly not a change of direction, but on one hand you're going to realize some kind of new realization here, but on another hand there is going to be a new vision that is just going to become an integral part of your spiritual journey. This particular new vision that you are going to have, it's going to be the beginning of something very important, because it's an integral part of your spiritual journey, which means it has so much to do with the actual outcome that is going to take place, not even this year, but the actual outcome of what you're going to start on this particular day. It's going to take a really massive, huge and important turn in April 2020. Yes, April 2020 is going to be very strongly connected to this. I must explain myself really properly, because the energy is just going to be super powerful when it comes to your own creativity, but super powerful when it comes to your power of your mind. We have had this before, but most certainly when it comes to you, when it comes to really powerful signs of the zodiacs like you, my gorgeous Geminis, then you have got always that little bit of advantage with you, which means that you will always go that much further, just a touch further, especially when it comes to your mind development, unfoldment, manifestation and focus. Yes, it's important to keep on thinking positive and keep on being positive, because you do not understand honestly how powerful your manifestation force, manifestation energy it's going to be. The reason why this is happening is because at the same time you are entering a very important energy when it comes to the completely different dimension, which is going to be very busy, very significant, but very important. It's going to bring lots of changes, lots of options for us to reflect, or reflect through in order to realize our own situation, in order to realize what things we have been we need to pay attention to indeed. This is an important moment in time because it is going to reveal a very interesting option that we are going to have. The very interesting option that you are going to have is going to be all with you having a very strong balance when it comes to your psychic abilities, when it comes to your mediumship, when it comes to your power, when it comes to your manifestation, but also most importantly you are completing a very integral part of your spiritual journey, which is what I said before. And on this particular day and onwards, it is going to be an unfoldment that is going to be very busy, very significant, very vibrant and very colorful indeed. Until the end of this year, it is going to be very busy And most certainly it is going to be the time of unfoldment. I'm so excited for you because it's all about this particular vision. On another hand, what else is going to unfold up until point, which is just going to make even the whole situation even more powerful, even more sharp. It is going to be the certain success that you will be having. It's going to be leading towards this particular day. And that's why I'm saying tick tock, because this is happening and this is going and this is manifesting right now as we speak. By the time we get to this particular point, the things are going to start feeling different. The things are going to be more bizarre, but in the best possible way. And that is just exactly what you need in order to be shaked up to the certain point, in order to get particular option, which is just going to start becoming very, very enhanced for you in such a way when you're going to feel a very strong connection and very strong need in order to change certain things in your life. This is going to be the time which is just going to be keep on shaking you to the it's a nice shake. This is indeed, it's a tick-tock shake, which means that the very important time of your life is coming when you're going to make an absolutely mind-blowing decision. The mind-blowing decision that every single Gemini is going to have. It's going to be literally life-changing, because it's so much to do with a certain accomplishment, and it's so much to do with you reaching the certain stage. It's so much to do with you reaching a certain point. You can only get to this certain stage and certain point once you are actually karmically ready, once you are spiritually ready. This is so deep and it's so important, and most certainly this is going to be a very important part of your life. Because an option you're going to have, and that option is just going to become very, very bright. It's going to shine rather brightly, and you're going to feel very strong connection, like there is no tomorrow. Like there is no tomorrow. You're going to feel the need to change things. You're going to feel the need to start new things. You're going to feel the need to do things in life that you wanted to do for an absolutely long time. It is going to be one of those feelings that you're going to have. Do you know what? If I do it now, if I don't do it now, when I'm going to do it? If I don't start now, when I'm going to start? What am I waiting for? What am I doing? La 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 la. That's why I'm saying tick tock, because this energy is the most powerful energy in the world. This energy is the most significant energy. This energy is the strongest, and is the most illuminated energy in so many different ways. Because when we feel so certain, when we feel like we want to do something, when we feel like we want to achieve something, when we feel like we want to get to the certain stage, we can do so much. We are so powerful. It's ridiculous. But what we do is we block ourselves, and we block things from happening without even realizing. This is going to be such an important moment in time, because this is all going to be this is all going to have such a perfect balance to you. And that's why I'm saying that this is just going to bring you something really important, and the certain option, certain section of your life is going to change. There is most certainly going to be the little sacrifice that you're going to need to make in order to make a certain change. But the most importantly is that you're going to feel like on top of the world, and what you're going to do this month, what you're going to achieve this month, what is actually going to happen this month, it's going to change your life. Not only your lives, my gorgeous Gemininis, but it's also going to change your lives of people around you. It is going to be so important, because this is all going to be around a certain obstacle that you had that was preventing you and your energy to move on. It's just what I mentioned before. You are so powerful. You are ridiculously powerful, my gorgeous Gemininis, indeed, in many different ways, but especially when it comes to your power of your mind. But also it can go against you sometimes. And this is why TikTok, it's really important that TikTok is coming into your life. TikTok is an amazing energy, which is about to unlock an incredible energy, an incredible power within you, which is on another hand immediately going to bring you mind-blowing, life-changing balance. But most of all, it is just going to shake you to the point when you're going to make an important decision. But this is so good, and it's so important, and it's so significant, because also the certain creation that you're going to start this month is just going to be absolutely ridiculously mind-blowing. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be very important for you and for people around you, because there is also going to be an opportunity, like a mind-blowing, life-changing opportunity that is immediately going to be connected to this. This is so good, because at the same time, the certain obstacle that you had for the last 24 months, it also will go. And the certain obstacle that you have, as soon as that shifts, as soon as that goes, that is going to have a wonderful reflection and wonderful impact on your energy levels, my gorgeous Gemininis, which is on another hand going to bring you a lovely and wonderful and healing energy, which is just going to be so brilliant, and it's going to reflect on you and on your relationships. You know, it's going to be very, very, very rejuvenating on your health as well. So it is going to be like that, and very important, like a rather important throughout the month. But most certainly it is just going to be the life-changing time, and it is also going to be the time when you're gonna kind of you know, you're gonna have the opportunity, you know, which is just going to be so significant when it comes to you, but also you're just gonna like it because you're gonna start feeling this absolutely wonderful and beautiful energy, and you're about to find out something so important about yourself, important about your spiritual journey. On spirituality, on spiritual level, it's like, oh my God, an absolutely brilliant month indeed. And this is just gonna be so good because also, as I said, probably one of the most significant months when it comes to relationships, and there is someone very, very special and very important that is actually going to enter your life. Not at this moment in time. I'm not referring to like a love or the greatest lover or something like that. No, baby, no. This moment in time, I'm referring to the fact that a certain person that is very important and that it's going to become very important in your life, in your spiritual journey, it's about to enter your life. I really like it because it's also going to be somebody who's going to come at the right time, who's going to help you with your energy at the right time. It's going to help you with focus, and it's also going to be absolutely the perfect person which is going to inspire you in so many different ways. Oh my Lord. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for November 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for November 2019. And what is your number this month? What is your number? Try to have a guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your number is number 9. Okay, your number is number 9 this month, and it's just absolutely powerful, very strong and very significant. But it's also telling me that the whole month you will have a very strong connection with your psychic abilities. You will have a very strong connection with your psychic powers. It's very, very powerful moment in time indeed. I did mention this about like October, because October, you see, it's all about the spirituality, it's all about the psychic feelings, and it's all about like walking through the different dimensions, because the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. But most certainly when it comes to you, my gorgeous Gemini, and when it comes to November, you are going to have a very important psychic moment indeed, and the psychic moment is going to last throughout this month. But this is going to be so good for you because it's going to take you somewhere else, somewhere completely different. It's going to help you to reflect on yourself, to reflect on your life in ways you never did before. You will be you will be dreaming a lot, you will be thinking a lot, but this is going to be good thinking, this is going to be good dreaming. And sometimes, you know, throughout the month, really, you will find yourself in situations where you're going to be like, oh God, I've just had these bizarre dreams, these strange dreams. Even if they're the strangest, even if they're bizarrest, then you just kind of think like, who was in your dream? What was in your dream? So there is some kind of something that you will need to do, something that you will need to make, something that you will need to start, something that you will need to pay attention when it comes to that particular person, or perhaps, for example, an animal or a situation. It all depends, but every single dream that you have, it's going to have a little hidden meaning, This is because you will have your tick-tock time indeed. The tick-tock time is an important time of unfoldment, but it's just so good because it is just going to come as in at the right moment, at the right time, with the burst of fresh energy you will have, which is going to reflect on you so beautifully, and you're most certainly going to start to live again. My Lord, you will find yourself achieving so much this month, but it's also so much to do with your own achievement, but it's also so much to do with all the problems that you had so far, with all the negativities that you had so far. This is what number 9 also means. All the problems you had, all the negativities you had, all the uncertainties you had, all the low moments you had, all the low vibrations you had. This is all going to come back, and it's just going to turn right now. It's going to turn towards you. Now it's going to turn to actually help you. Now all this negativity is just going to change into positivities, and that's why this is just going to be so brilliant, because you know there is just so much that is going to start making sense that didn't make sense before. But it's also going to be lots of creativity and lots of ideas that you are going to have throughout this month. It's just absolutely brilliant, and it is just going to feel now from the beginning of November, it is just going to feel literally like the energy is shifting. So you will find yourself being very active. You will find yourself being very attractive. You're always attractive, Gemini, indeed. But it's just like this, when it comes to like projecting that particular energy, just be good, make the best, make the most of these abilities. Just throw yourself out there. Do things that makes you feel normally uncomfortable. Like if you need to find a job and things like that, just go for it, go for it, go for it, because this is the sacred power, is the sacred energy that's just very vibrant, and it's just so powerful when it comes in conjunction with other people and other energies, because it's just very highly vibrational, and becomes even more powerful when you project this perfect balance of energy towards something that you want to happen, something that you want to make, something that you want to start. That's why please, 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 this energy is also very much so very, very powerful when it comes to us feeling like uneasy or uncertain. Oh my God, I'm nervous. This is when you start to shine. This is when you start become very powerful. This is when you start becoming very significant. You're gonna have lots of these moments. So it's time to really do things. Time to go out there and do things that you want to do. Like if you need to go for a job, if you need to apply for a job, something like that, go for it. If you need to have an important conversation about something, go for it. If you want to start some kind of deals or something like that, like go for it. This is going to be the time of reward, the very important, very exciting time in the months when literally the things that you have done in the last 24 months, especially those that you have been working hard, those things that have been like bringing you down, those things that have making you feel really negative and especially draining your energy, those things that are making you sad, you know, it is going to have a rather nice turnaround. This is because the balance is changing, and it's just all about the actual success that you are going to have with the perfect amount of self-illumination and self-knowledge, psychic feelings, intuition. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing this month. Yeah, what else I was going to have, it is the certain success. This is just like a success. Finances are just going to start looking ooh la la, very good indeed, and it's all to do with a certain victory, you know. And there is a certain difficulties that you had, you know, in the last month, you know, especially in the last like about 30 days, in the last couple of months, there were certain difficulties that you had, uncertainty. It made you it made you very cloudy, so it made you like unbalanced, and this unbalanced made you like a little bit uncertain. So this is something that was like shaking you up, but this is also part of all this important spiritual journey, because this was all bringing you certain balance, and it was at the same time illuminating certain stages and certain parts of your life that you need to pay attention to, because they're also slowly coming to an end, because now this is the moment in time when it's rather vavavoom-ish important indeed, when it comes to your success and when it comes to enjoying all this, and it's some kind of importance, you know. You're going to start feeling very important this month, and I'm so happy for you, because this is purely down to the hard work and purely down to the negative stage of your life that is going to have a rather nice flip-flop this time. Really nice flop, very nice TikTok moment indeed. It is the time of creativity and beginning, and something very inventive is going to take place, you know. It is just so important because it's all about the certain gain and all about the beginning of something very, very meaningful as well when it comes to your life, and when it comes to you describing this like an adventure, but a good adventure, an important adventure, very lucky, very powerful, very strong and very significant time which is about to change your life indeed. I'm so happy, my gorgeous Gemini. I'm so happy because especially in the last couple of months there were a little bit of cloudness that you had around your sign that was making you a little bit indecisive. So this is just going to be such a nice moment in time when things are going to have a rather nice and wonderful turnaround. When it comes to the actual yes, when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Geminis, you know, it's rather important. I did say this before and I will say it again. You, like other signs, some other signs, you know, especially in the last few months, have had like a certain things, you know, going when it comes to the actual immune system, but especially when it comes to the actual being prone to cold and flu a little bit more, being prone to like this type of like a things, you know, a little bit more. But also at the same time, very interestingly, it's just to do with the stomach and it's to do with the digestion. Very important, please, if you can take like a acerola. I know I'm talking about this all the time, but this is so important because it is very significant. Vitamin C, natural vitamin C levels are very important when it comes to our lives, when it comes to our body, when it comes to rejuvenation. So it's acerola cherry powder, which is natural organic form of vitamin C that you take in a powder form without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. You take take a little glass of water, and every single morning just put 1 teaspoon of acerola, organic acerola cherry powder, mix it up and just drink it. It's going to give you a whopping 1080 or 1060 milligrams of vitamin C per actual serving, which is quite a lot, and it's very good and it's very high, and above all it's natural. On another thing, what else I was going to say, if you can take acerola cherry powder every single day, that would be fantastic. And the actual organic New Zealand wheatgrass powder, it's also going to help you a lot when it comes to stomach bloatedness and things like that. And this, if you can take twice a week, twice every single week, or maybe even 3 times a week, you see, it's going to help you quite a lot with the bloatedness, with the bloated feeling, with a little bit of like a discomfort in your stomach and things like that. And another thing that I was going to say that is going to help you rather nicely, it will be like a chamomile, organic chamomile, indeed, organic chamomile without any sugar, no baby, no. And organic chamomile maybe with honey, but even that, just organic chamomile, if you can have and drink this throughout the day, basically this is going to help quite a lot as well when it comes to flush out the toxins and with rejuvenation, and at the same time it's going to be very good very good for your stomach as well. So this is something that I would highly recommend you when it comes to these things. I suppose if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP whether this will interact with your medications or not, but these are like a natural products anyway. So okay, so basically my gorgeous Gemini, so now what I was going to say to you, which day is going to be rather important, of course, is going to be the 3rd of November. The very 3rd of November, my gorgeous Geminis, it's going to be an important day because it's all very triumphatic, like really good, like very exciting feeling, very ecstatic, because it's going to come from a certain stage that was like kind of happening and unfolding in your life for the last 6 months. Indeed, this is so good because it's to do with a gain, advancement and expectation. It's to do with your desires, what you wanted to do, and it's been a long journey. It's been a very slow at the time, and at the time also like you've kind of lost your direction a little bit, but this is so good because now it's coming back and you're going to realize this is really good. The balance is going to change indeed, and also you're going to recognize something really significant about yourself, and something that you will want to do, something that you're going to find rather attractive, rather significant, and rather important. On another hand, this is all about a certain harmony when it comes to you and the society. This is going to be an important moment in time because you're going to realize how important people are in your life. You're going to realize how much you love people in your life. You're going to realize how much do they mean to you. And this is also going to be so brilliant because this is going to be an important moment for you, and you're going to come up with some kind of reward for yourself and the people around you as well, because it's going to be like a time of like a reward, adjustment, readjustment, and you kind of treating yourself really nicely. But at the same time, what I quite like, it's also that day on the 3rd of November is going to be very much so connected to the 4th of November. So 3rd and 4th of November are going to bring you indeed a Wheel of Fortune moment, very strong and powerful moment when it comes to your destiny and when it comes to your fortune. And this is just all mostly about you kind of coming across with a certain stage of your life, with a certain option being unfolded in your life in such a wonderful way, when you're gonna kind of like really see a really beautiful new option coming out of it. And it's just so good because it's all about the advancement. It's going to be very good, it's going to be very positive. So this is going to be a very strong moment in time when you're going to realize something very important about you, about your success, about your life, and about this really beautiful new option that is actually going to become very significant and very evident here. Something that you're going to need to sort out along the way, but then this is just doesn't really matter because this is most certainly going to be one huge step that you will cross, that you will go, that you will get closer to where you wanted to get. Absolutely important moment in time. I highly suggest you to get something like a red carnelian. You see this beautiful, this beauty, what I'm wearing, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's very important, and it's very significant. It's a very warm crystal, and especially when we are dealing with lots of emotions, and especially when we are dealing with lots of energy, especially when we are dealing with lots of vibrations by and while we are dealing with people, red carnelian is absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful because it helps us with communication, it helps us to express ourselves, and most importantly, it helps us to express ourselves in between, you know, like to say the right thing when we talk to someone, we are uncertain what we're going to say and things like that. So I highly suggest you to get something like a red carnelian and wear it throughout November 2019. You're going to find it really warming, and you're going to find it really like quite nice actually. If you would like to get like a red carnelian, then you can get this on my website. The link is in the description below, and by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But this is something that I highly recommend you, my gorgeous Geminis, indeed. On another hand, the second important date is going to be the 15th of November. The 15th of November, it is just going to be like you're going to find yourself being very brave and very wise, because you will do something, you will come across something like that you don't want to do, really, something that you didn't want to deal with. But then again, it is just going to be so good because you will be that much closer to your powerful self, that much closer to your grounding level, which is going to be absolutely perfect. So therefore it's going to kind of make you to react in a different way, and you're going to like it because it's going to be very wise, it's going to be very important, it's going to be very significant the way you're going to react, and it is going to be different, and you're going to find yourself, oh, I'm so wise, this is brilliant. And this is so good because this is the reaction that will come through, that will ring true to somebody else who kind of gave you an advice not that long ago. So this is to do with a certain failure and the defeat and sudden collapse and certain plans that you had within the last 13 months, within the last 15 months, within the last 15 months. So it was something that was like kind of blocked you because you just kind of had a wrong picture about that and about a certain stage of your life. So you didn't want to go there anymore because you thought, oh no, that's not for me. But now this wonderful ooh la la, tick tock, tick tick tock tock, tick tock, tick tick tock tock, this wonderful TikTok moment that you will have is just going to be all about the great determination. Number one is going to be very strong on this day. Number one is going to be your lucky number, very powerful number indeed. This day is going to bring you determination, initiative, strength, activity, power, success when it comes to that particular stage of your life. Absolutely amazing, because that in itself is going to make you very deep and very emotional. It's going to bring a very deep and very emotional feeling, and this is the moment in time that it's going to be important, because that optimism, that part of your mind, that vibration is just going to be very strong and powerful over here. And this is going to be an important moment when it comes to your own prosperity, well-being, luxury, and extreme comfort. This is going to be very strong indeed, because there is going to be direct path from here to somewhere where you're going to do and make that is just going to make you very prosperous later on when it comes to your security and power indeed. Okay, another thing that I was going to recommend you, most certainly it would be like the black tourmaline, please, because you are going to have like a very psychic moment. You will be very much so psychically open. This is the case now in October, very much so because of the dimension that we are going through. But when it comes to you and November, it's just going to be very strong and very powerful. So you're going to be very psychic, very mediumship, very strong, and you will be open in so many different ways. You will be perceiving and receiving lots of informations. But on another hand, there will be lots of passing by spirits that will be passing by that will also kind of take a certain amount of energy from you, you know, in a certain way. So it all depends. So it's going to be like very important when it comes to like spirituality, growing, finding things out. But this is when you're spiritually very much open, and the way you protect yourself from all these energies and ground, it would be like a black tourmaline. You see this beautiful little piece? I highly suggest you to get this. You can buy this on my website, and the link is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, you're also of course supporting my channel as well. But this is something I highly recommend you as well indeed. Okay, the third important date, my gorgeous Geminis, it's going to be on the 28th of November. The 28th of November, it's also going to kind of like bring you an important idea from somebody who is very smart, or somebody who you think is really clever, but somebody who is very much so around you as well. Somebody who you think is very clever, very smart, very intelligent in all of this, in these different ways. Somebody who you really appreciate quite a lot is going to have a really wonderful little idea for you, and that is going to be something very quite interesting and very delicious option for you, and you're going to like it, and you will see exactly what I mean. On another hand, certain departure is going to be very important here. So if you do want to travel, if you do want to go on a certain trip or journey, just do it. This is going to be the perfect moment in time, the perfect energy, the perfect balance, which means whenever you go, there is going to be an idea that you're going to have when you go to the trip, you come back, or you're on your way there, or you're on your way back, you know, or you're over there, you know, there is a very sacred, very special, very significant idea that you will have, that it will grow, and that you wouldn't normally have. So it's going to be connected to the certain journey and things like that. And also, what else you're going to find out, you will come across with a certain situation here at the same time that is just going to make you feel like a little bit unknown. It's going to be bizarre, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be so good because you're going to be able to recognize something quite specific about yourself, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time for transformation. Gemini, just remember, you are going with this very powerful energy. So whatever you do, this is going to be the 28th of November. It's going to be the moment like a new moon. It's not a new moon necessarily, but it's the moment like on full moon we do certain things, on a new moon we do certain things. I say it's going to be like a new moon because every new moon is advisable to get rid of the old in order to make a space for the new, because you go with this wonderful powerful energy, powerful vibration. So this is how the energy is going to be, like it's a new moon. You see, the 28th of November, it's just going to be so important, and it means that at the same time, every change you do, it's going to bring you something else. Every change you make, it's going to bring a different vibration. An important moment in time to kind of get rid of the things that you don't want around you in your house, or change them a little bit. Give a candle to your friend and replace it with different candle. You karmically do something really good as well, you see, and it's just basically things like that. Very important moment in time indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say now? My gorgeous Gemini is basically going on the very first part of November 2019. It is going to start with you feeling so good, so powerful, and very important moment in time when it comes to you and your journey, because you're going to feel important, because there is an honor that is going to be around you. So someone is going to praise you up, someone is going to let you know you're amazing, someone is going to let you know you're good, someone is going to let you know, and this is going to mean so much to you because it's the right moment in time. And also it's going to make you feel so good, but also at the same time it's going to be all about a certain ending. You know, ending is going to take place because it's purely to do with the completion, but you will like it because you wanted to change certain things, you wanted to make something different, you wanted to start something different, and it's a lot to do with your wish. It's a lot to do with what you wanted to achieve, what you wanted to focus. This is not like in the last months or so. This is to do with the last few years, indeed. That's why I'm saying this is just an important moment, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be massive, indeed, because it's to do with something deep, very deep, on a deep level, that what you wanted to do and achieve, but also it's to do with a victory and mental clarity, and also with the fact that it's caused like a problems before, negativity and uncertainty, but most certainly uncertainty. This is all going to mean to you so much because it's about security and power, and it's just a certain hope that you had, but it will be part of the progress where you're gonna need to, oh gosh, you see, ouch. You see, I just look at this. No, naughty candle. Yeah, it is going to be the part of, my goodness, it is going to be the part of the process. You know, just dropped wax on my hand. Nothing unusual for me. You should see all my all my cards. But it's just going to be like really important part of the process that you are going to have, and part of the process that you're going to have, it's also going to mean to you so much because it's going to ring the bell in your mind. At the same time, it's going to light the lights that were like kind of like off for a long time, and it's going to make you realize that you're going to need to kind of have a few different dimensions, directions available to you when it comes to certain projections, when it comes to certain options, when it comes to certain prospects and ideas. This is going to be so good, and it's a lot to do with your future planning. I mean, in fact, the whole November, it's going to be very vibrant, very strong, and very, very important when it comes to your future planning, because there is a very judgment that you're going to make, some kind of judgment, so there is an element of you that is going to be unhappy and uncertain because some part of you, it is not going to unfold from your past the way you wanted it. But then again, you will know that this life is not meant to be like a, you know, like a cuteness, pinkies, you know. It's like, it's just sometimes, you know, we do need to work really hard. We do need to like focus. We do need to like do things. We do need to keep on repeating our mistakes and things that we do in life until we learn our lesson. You know, this is how our spiritual journey, this is how our spirit journey is growing. It's all what it's all about. It's all about focus, energy, power, manifestations, and doing things and getting them right, you know, repeating them until we get them right. So basically, yeah, this is going to be an important moment, because your power, your stamina, ooh la la, it's going to be tested here. But it's a very challenging situation that you are going to have there. All I can say to you, my gorgeous Gemini, is remember one thing: by the time you get to the mid of November 2019, there is most certainly going to be a little challenge that you are going to have. Don't get like really confused. Don't bring yourself down. Do not do this, because your mind is like the most powerful angel, you know, ever, especially throughout November, especially the mid-November. So you will be tested, and you're going to come on top, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And it's to do with the challenge. And all you need to remember, you know how to do this, you know how to make this, you know how to create this, you know how to start this, you know how to go with this flow, because it's to do with the things that you know how to do. It's just doing them in a slightly different way. It's wonderful, because something ooh la la, very vavavumish indeed, is going to come out of it. Realization about a certain skill, and also resources. You know, you're going to realize, oh my god, I've got more things than I actually thought in order to go for this very interesting option. And it's to do with the financial opportunity as well. There's a financial opportunity that is going to take place here, but in order to go for it and do it, you will find some kind of like a negativity attached to it, because it's going to be connected to the certain burden, especially because you will be scared. You will not to kind of be disappointed. You will want to avoid disappointed situation, and that is going to make you feel a little bit indecisive. But most certainly you are going to make a very important and significant decision, and that in itself is going to become a very wise moment in your life. You will do something wise, very important, and it's going to be the greatest time, the greatest moment of awakening. There's a certain uncertainty, something that you changed lately. You're not too sure whether that was the right thing, but it's very big, it's huge, and it's just going to kind of bounce back, and it's going to confirm something very important to you. And that in itself, it's also going to bring a conclusion to the problem that you had. It's going to be so brilliant. It's going to make a little bit of you're not going to need to make a little bit of readjustment, but it's just the whole inspiration that is going to come through forward. It's going to be like very vavavumish indeed. You will want to celebrate with the people in your life. That's absolutely brilliant. But the whole new inspiration and artistic feeling it's going to take place is to do with you having a good news, with the luxurious part of your life finally coming through forward. This is going to bring you homecoming time. You're going to be able to chill out, relax in the best possible way. It's all about the joy, family, good news. You're feeling really proud of yourself, and your family is going to feel proud of you indeed. By the time we get to the last part of November, my gorgeous Gemininis, there is an inheritance that is going to become very significant. So you're either going to get inheritance from someone, or either you're going to hear about it. And if you haven't got anybody to leave you an inheritance, or you haven't got a family, then you're going to hear about a certain money that is going to kind of like a manifest and travel towards you, but you're going to be part of it, and other people are going to be part of it as well. On another hand, there is another issue that is going to kind of come to an end. Something that was bothering you, something that was bringing you problems, especially when you were sleeping or you were trying to sleep. Maybe it was causing you like a little bit of sleepless nights, because it would normally happen, it would appear, it would come, it would manifest just before you go to sleep. But this is very deep moment in time, because our connection with the universe is very vibrant at that time. It's really interesting, because that situation is just gonna really turn around. And one night when you go to sleep at around the end of November, there is some kind of awakening that you're going to have. But a certain problem and certain issue that was on your mind is just going to have a really nice turnaround, very nice manifestation, very important moment in time, because that is just going to bring you strength, power, confidence, and it's also going to give you a really interesting realization about yourself, about your skills, and about a certain option that is about to happen in your life. And it was just all stemmed from the certain disorganization situation and the certain things like kind of stemmed in a certain way that just made the situation to kind of bounce back in such a wonderful way, and it's just going to become the greatest awakening that you had in a really long time, because you will know this is an important time in your life at the end of November, in an important completion that you are going to have. Absolutely brilliant, which is bringing you a life-changing balance. Energy is just going to be absolutely all around the place. You're going to feel so good about yourself. Some rewards at the end of November are just going to make you feel like on top of the world. This is your time, my gorgeous Geminians, indeed. It's the greatest beginning that you're going to have, and that beginning that you're going to have is going to be so good, because it's just kind of like something is going to happen out of the blue. Something is going to manifest out of the blue at the end of November. It is going to surprise you, new option, you know, but it's going to be really weird, because it's like suddenly you're going to feel very strong connection. Suddenly you will want to explore certain part of your life, or certain stage, or certain option that you know nothing about, or you didn't feel connected to before. You've never kind of felt it before, you never went for it before, but this is very deep, and this is the direct result and direct product of the whole month being so deep, being so spiritual, being so powerful, leading to this particular moment, which is going to help you to discover and rediscover yourself in the best possible way, indeed. And the swift change that is going to take the place here is going to be absolutely remarkable. It is bringing you not only crystal clear energy, but very powerful and crystal clear energy, you know, which is just going to bring you such an amazing and absolutely mind-blowing, life-changing focus at the end of November, because you're going to start feeling very strong connection to the certain stage, certain part of your life you didn't have before, and this is when it's going to get interesting indeed, and you are most certainly going to love this. Okay, what else I was going to say to you is just important to try to make sure that you cleanse your home and cleanse yourself as well this time throughout November, and basically just make sure if you're at home, just close all the windows, just put a little saucer underneath. This is a dry sage. I absolutely love it. And you burn this dry sage, you put a little sauce underneath, and you walk into every single room, and you can say a little mantra, you can say a little prayer, you can say a little affirmation. It's up to you how you feel, my babies, my bambinis and my bambinas. It's up to you how you feel, okay? And then at the end, you just open all the windows. As the smoke goes away, then all the negative energy goes away. And this is at the same time cleansing us. And if you feel like a little bit uneasy or a little bit like a weird, you know, for the next couple of days, that's actually quite good. I said this before, because it meant that you had a certain amount of negative energy attached to you, and you just cleanse yourself, and that process just takes a little bit of energy out as well. So this is something I highly recommend you. It's called dry sage, and the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, my gorgeous Gemininis, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect with those of you who are actually in relationship. Do you know, this is an important moment in time when it comes to your relationship, but there is going to be like a little negativity that you're going to have to go through. There is some kind of problem that is going to arouse you in between you and your partner this month, and it's going to be very important and rather significant to sort it out. And that problem is going to come back, and it's going to stem from the situation, from some kind of negativity that you had like not that long ago as a couple. Something happened, quite a little bit not naughty, something a little bit negative happened in between you two. Something negative happened, and it made you to have maybe like a little bit fight, or a little bit argument, or like a little disagreement. And it's actually what went like bizarre is that you didn't sort it out. So this is going to require from you to sort something out, to sort some kind of problem out, because it was left like an unfinished business or something unfinished. So karmically an important moment in time, but this is really good that I'm actually saying this, because it's coming to an completion. It's coming to an completion, because there is going to be really wonderful accomplishment that you are going to have, because that problem is going to come to an end, and this is going to be fantastic, and it's going to reward you. This karma, this spiritual energy is going to reward you almost immediately, because it's all about perfection, recognition, and certain honor. Something is going to mean so much to you, and also you're both going to realize a very successful time is coming, very good time is coming, and some kind of option that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. An option is going to become available to both of you, which is going to literally change your life. Okay, it's all about your hard work. It's all about what you wanted to do. It's all about what you wanted to achieve. It's all about what you wanted to happen, my gorgeous Geminis. Now this month, this is all going to take its turn indeed, and you're gonna like it. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy. Oh my God, Gemini, listen to me, my gorgeous bambini and my gorgeous bambinas. This is going to be absolutely brilliant, because you will be really like feeling it this month. You will be kind of making so many relationships. You'll be talking to so many people. It's going to be absolutely brilliant indeed. I highly suggest you to go out and talk to as many people as you can, because it is just going to be really wonderful reflection that you are going to have. But there is someone very in particular that you are going to meet, somebody around you, somebody very significant, and somebody who is about to change your life. An important moment in time, because that person is going to first start like kind of manifesting around you actually at the beginning, or at around the beginning of November 2019, and then throughout of November this person is going to keep on popping in and out. You see, it's got these people in your energy, you know, within your energy levels, energy fields and things like that. But the most importantly, this person is going to come through at around the end of at around the beginning of November 2019, and it's going to be very important, because it's all going to be quite significant when you're focusing on some kind of success, focusing on something, but it's nothing to do with love and relationships. This is when this person is going to come forward. I really like this person, because there is something very significant that is going to be very powerful about that person when it comes to their success, when it comes to their spirituality, when it comes to their family. Something very strong, something very solid, something very significant. It's going to be like really obvious, but most importantly, you will feel like you want to take things further with this person, and also you will feel like you didn't feel in a really long time, and you're gonna have a very strong elements when you meet this person. You're gonna have lots of pictures. Oh my God, I feel like I know you, you know, and things like that. This happens when it's something really important and someone very significant come through and cross our spiritual journeys. Somebody who is meant to be there, somebody who's meant to reflect on our journey with us at the same time, somebody who's different and somebody who's very special. It's about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Geminis, and that's what I think it's really amazing, and I think it's really remarkable. And I'm saying, just try to go out as much as you can until you meet this wonderful person, because this person is going to be like so good for you. My God, my God, my God. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos, my gorgeous Geminis. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Geminis, thank you ever so much for watching my video. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Heal the world, make it a better place, for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place, for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place, for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Make a better place. I love you, Gemini. Bye.